Turn it up. 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 Turn it up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HHW Show podcast. It is the hard-hitting wrestling show, and I'm going solo today as I want to say what's up to Hector V. Hope you feel better, and I know Frank C had other commitments and stuff. He was unable to get here on time, but hey, you're more than welcome to join me. But hey, one interesting events that's happened at the Royal Rumble. We're going to cover that. As you can see the ticker down below, the results of what happened at the Royal Rumble. And we got two official matches that's going to happen at the Elimination Chamber. That event will be in Saudi Arabia. And once again, big what's up to Hector V, my friend. Hope you feel better. But hey, we got plenty to talk about. And the biggest story of Monday Night Raw was nothing but Brock Lesnar. Now, as soon as he was at number 30, I mean, social media was on a downpour, man. They couldn't believe it. You know, whether it was Twitter, was TikTok, you name it, Facebook. I mean, there was so many people just at distraught about why. Okay. But if you understand the storyline is that he was upset, man. Brock Lesnar, what would you do if you was in his shoes where you almost got your opponent beat and then all of a sudden somebody else is going to interfere in your match? How else would you be able to get that person back? What would be the revenge? Go to the not elimination chamber, go into the Royal Rumble and win it. And that's what Brock Lesnar did, because he wants to get back at Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. I mean, Paul Heyman overall is a major suspect on all this, right? Because he turned his back. He was the advocate. He turned his back on his boy. How would you feel? I will feel like shit. I will feel mad. I will feel disgusted. I mean, I have so much emotions for what happened. But a lot of fans had their emotions because they're looking at it this way. There's a lot of talent in the WWE. How come all these superstars weren't able to be in the Royal Rumble? Why did Bad Bunny be in it? Okay, you let one celebrity. I mean, that's good, one celebrity, right? We didn't see any legends. But then again, we saw a lot of tag team. And we knew there's no tag team was going to win it. At least I thought. Rumor is that Riddle was supposed to win the Royal Rumble, and they pulled the plug. Then they were saying something about Randy Orton. Then that got scratched. We didn't even see Randy Orton. But Brock Lesnar came in, and if I was building that storyline, I'd have been like, yo, you number 30, poof. Probably Brock Lesnar whipped that ass or something like that, and then he went in at number 30. I mean, I would have played it like that, but eventually it didn't happen. He came out at number 30 and handled his business, and it was expected. I was more looking for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, the loser, to come back. But then again, Roman Reigns did get himself disqualified, and he whooped on Seth Rollins, which was another storyline. The Shield is over, but the chapter will continue. That was it. Because sooner or later, down the road, Seth Rollins is going to get Roman Reigns. He ain't going to let that end that way. Okay? But okay. I got Hector commenting. He said Reigns and Lesnar needs to team up and get rid of Heyman. I don't think that's a storyline. I don't think so. I think there's some some stuff that was unsaid or some stuff that behind the scene that we're going to later catch up? Was it this big old plot that Paul Heyman had all this time? Take it back to when he was first the advocate of Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman was being mistreated. I mean, how many times did Lesnar grabbed him and say, hey, do your job or do something that crazy when he was all stressed out? Okay. I mean, there was so much that happened before they split, so much all the way that led up to Brock Lesnar losing the title to Drew McIntyre. There was so many, it was a mess between the relationship between Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. So why not go with the Roman Reigns? Excuse me. Why not go with him? Just as fruitful thought, man. Before we start processing about all this negativity and stuff, look at that storyline. Look how beautiful it's being built all the way to the finish line. The finish line is WrestleMania. It's perfect timing. I love it. You can't get better than this. Okay? And coming at Monday Night Raw, here you go. You got Brock Lesnar confronting Bobby Lashley, explaining to him and being in his face and say, dude, did you really win? Did you really win? Could you call yourself a champion? All that talk about their careers, starting at, the WWE, they leave the business, they go to MMA, then they come back. 20 years in the business, and you never cross paths until now. And this, especially for Lashley, I mean, he's a champion, right? He's a warrior. He's an army veteran, right? All the accolades, everything, the whole 9 yards, shebang. But you're going to win and be honored that you have the championship belt, man. That takes guts, man. It really does. But hey, Brock Lesnar once again is in the right spot because the goal is title versus title for WrestleMania. Okay, title versus title. That will be epic. Okay, so I got some notes here that I want to share with y'all. Okay, and first of all, the prediction that I had on hhwshow.com, I only got 2 right. I really did. I only got 2 right, and I'll show you. And we'll get to Ronda Rousey later. But WrestleMania is official for these two. All right, Brock Lesnar did call out Roman Reigns. That'll be the main event of WrestleMania. But before we get to WrestleMania, we got the Elimination Chamber, and that will be in Saudi. And these 6 men are going after the WWE Championship. Riddle, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley defending, Austin Theory, and AJ Styles. Now, it's pretty interesting that we see here, okay? Because for one, I predicted Seth Rollins and AJ Styles to be in the Elimination Chamber. It took me by surprise that Bobby Lashley had to defend it inside the chamber. But I should have thought about last year. Last year, we had 2 Elimination Chamber, one from Raw, one from SmackDown, okay? And Drew McIntyre, if I'm not mistaken, Drew McIntyre was the man. Right? I mean, he defeated AJ Styles to retain the championship. But it wasn't until later that after the match, once the chamber went up, that The Miz came after Bobby Lashley whooped on Drew McIntyre, that The Miz came with his drug deal that he had and pinned. He pinned Drew McIntyre to win the WWE Championship, which was short-lived, of course, okay? Short-lived. But that's what happened last year, okay? And then the other match, which was previous to that one, Daniel Bryan won to become the number 1 contender for the Universal Championship. Now, we know what happened there afterwards, right? Let's fast forward to now. We got 1 official Elimination Chamber. Will SmackDown have an Elimination Chamber? Who knows? But I will get to that prediction shortly. But these 6 men, who will win? Who will benefit? Could Brock Lesnar win and move on to WrestleMania as a champion and have title for title the way he wanted? Or will somebody else win? Could Seth Rollins steal the show? Or could it be AJ Styles? I had AJ Styles winning the Royal Rumble. Maybe AJ Styles becomes champion. But then they threw a curveball. They put Riddle in there with rumors circulating that he was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. It didn't happen. Maybe so. And yet, the Cinderella of them all, we have Austin Theory. Now this guy, Mr. Pretty Boy, he's trying to get up and get his hands on the title. But I think he's more focused about himself and his image than he wants to take selfies all the time. So could we take Austin Theory seriously? I highly doubt it. Okay. But we have the wild card, I say, is Riddle. Definitely. Okay. And this is going to be a close match. It's just like the NFL, how we have so many close games within the field goal, overtime. This is it right here. Okay. I don't think anyone's going to get eliminated. And I believe all 6 superstars will be in the ring, right? With their doors open and still battle. I think that match is going to be that tight. Unless we have Brock Lesnar starting it off and then he just F5 his way all the way to victory. That's the only 2 things I can see happen. Make Brock Lesnar be the last one to go inside that ring, right? Open the door. So Hector says, if SmackDown does have one, Reigns won't defend it in the chamber. You're right. He's not going to defend it. He didn't do it last year. Okay. Probably seeking for the number 1 contender or something. Or it could be for nothing. Maybe they could do a tag team elimination chamber. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a men's tag team elimination chamber. I saw the ladies to win the first women's tag team championships, right? With Sasha Banks and Bayley. But that will be pretty interesting to see how that will turn out. But for these 6 men here, Riddle, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, and AJ Styles, there's nothing get better than that. These are the top 6 superstars right there on Raw going after each other. Yes, Kevin Owens, he didn't make it, right? He got pinned by Austin Theory, okay? But Austin Theory got tricks, man. He knows what he's doing, all right? You got to love him for what he has accomplished so far, right? But these are the 6 men. My prediction, I love Seth Rollins in this match. As of right now, I'm going to choose Seth Rollins. I'd rather have him be the WWE champion. I'm not a big fan of that title for title because what's going to happen with a 2-belt champion after WrestleMania? What's going to happen? You're going to have that champion go back and forth to Raw and SmackDown? I just don't see the logic into it. But for Seth Rollins to win it and maybe Kevin Owens get jealous, that could happen. Let's say if Riddle wins, even though that storyline that happens with Chad Gable with that scooter race and stuff and Otis, he defeated Otis. Imagine that. Straight up. He didn't need Randy Orton. And then on top of that, him being in this match, if he wins, could Randy Orton come back and then go against Riddle? Randy Orton versus Riddle for the WWE Championship. That'd be one step closer for Randy Orton to set the record straight. 14-time world champion. Maybe he'll continue on wrestling until he passes John Cena and break the record, which originally was Ric Flair, 16-time world champion. That could be it. If Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, well, guess what? Definitely he's going to be 2-belt champion. Okay? Bobby Lashley winning it. What's going to happen then? Who will be next to challenge him? It's crazy. Austin Theory, he got nothing to lose in this match. He's just there to look pretty. And then there's AJ Styles, who is always the top superstar, no matter what brands he in. Okay? You got to love it, man. You got to love it. Okay? HHW Show Podcast. Once again, got a new social media app called Dat Chat app. Go ahead and register. Subscribe to our chat. We chat on a daily basis on what's going on right now. I just established it. Please join me at that chat. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, which is at OVI_HHW show. You can download this on your App Store or on your Google Play on your Android device. It's fascinating how everything's being developed all the way to WrestleMania. And I know people are being, distraught about Royal Rumble. But let's put that to the side, man. Let's put it to the side. Let's look at it this way. Look at Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey wins the Royal Rumble. That took me at awe. All right. I was surprised by it. I really did. Okay. She went out on Raw and said that she's going to make her decision on Friday at SmackDown. She's going to confront Charlotte Flair. Now, remind you, WrestleMania 35, it was a triple threat match. Becky Lynch was the one that pinned Ronda Rousey to win 2 belts, the Raw and SmackDown. Could we see another triple threat match? I don't think so. I think it should be simple. I think maybe she just picked Becky Lynch because she always claims she's the man. And with her new gimmick, doesn't suit her well. I think Ronda Rousey need to put her in her place. That would be a bigger storyline. Charlotte Flair, But then again, who's going to beat Charlotte Flair on SmackDown? We need Bayley to come back, which I thought she was going to be back for the Royal Rumble. I was proven wrong. And then there's Asuka. Where is she? And both of them are free agents. They don't belong to any brand. I mean, you can believe what you want to believe on the WWE.com with all the list of superstars. But technically, they don't belong to any brand right now. They're on the main roster. But imagine that. They come in. Sooner or later, they're going to have to come. But I think everyone's crying out for Bayley to return to be the champion. Forget about Sasha Banks. I mean, look what she went through. She was number 1, and then it didn't take not even 10 minutes before she got eliminated. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So, fruitful thought on that one, man. Okay? But hey, once again, you're listening to the HHW Show podcast. Please subscribe to our channel. And again, I'm on my own here. I'm missing my boys because I know they have more stuff to say about this, right? But the show must go on. And that brings me to my next topic, SmackDown. Last year we had 2 elimination chambers. Could we have another one? And if there was one, what would it be for? I mean, Sami Zayn is going against Shinsuke Nakamura, right? He's supposed to be the number 1 contender. Could there be another conspiracy to be like, look, maybe the Intercontinental Championship might be part of the Elimination Chamber? That'd be a cool idea. Maybe, just maybe, finally that title will get defended on SmackDown, right? Maybe. But Sami Zayn really doesn't deserve it. Even before that, he already lost the match. You know, if you're supposed to be the number 1 contender, be the number 1 contender. Stop worrying about Johnny Knoxville or being all crazy and stuff. But hey, that's just him. He's crazy. Can't focus. Won't that remind you of people around you? People can't stay focused. They're everywhere. Yeah. I see it a lot around here in my neighborhood. But let's say if it was for maybe the number 1 contender for the Universal title. Let's just throw it out there, right? I mean, I'm sure people are already speculating and reading fight news or all the wrestling that think they know it all. You know, hey, this is going to happen. But guess what? Nobody saw Brock Lesnar coming to go ahead and be at number 30 to win it. Nobody saw it. Okay? So it is what it is. I'm not believing the hype what other people say. I'm just doing me. Drew McIntyre, Big E, Sheamus, Jinder Mahal, Happy Corbin, and Cesaro. Those guys in the Elimination Chamber for whatever stipulation it is for the winner. I think that would be pretty exciting. I really do. Those are the top dogs there in SmackDown. I'm questioning Big E because now he's a tag team with Kofi Kingston. Could they make another run for the SmackDown titles? Pretty hard, especially when the Usos and the Viking Raiders are going head to head on this one. Think about it. That's all I got to say is just think about it. There's a lot of possibilities on this one. Zayn will do more with the Intercontinental title right now than Nakamura doing with it. You're right. He could do more because he's always there and he talks too much. But whatever happened to being prestigious like it was in the 80s and 90s? That Intercontinental Championship, it kind of like goes back and forth, right? When the Intercontinental Championship is being defended, you don't see much of the United States Championship. But when the U.S. title is always on the line, you don't see the Intercontinental Championship. It's like a big seesaw going back and forth. You know, you see me? Nope, you down. Right? I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. Storyline. The takeaway on this. Brock Lesnar is going for revenge. He really is. He's going for that revenge. He's going after Paul Heyman. He's going after Roman Reigns. And before he does, okay, before he does, he's going to handle his business at Elimination Chamber. And I laugh because I just thought about this idea right now. And I'm seeing this comment from Hector. Okay. Yes, Lesnar's focused on Roman Reigns. But what about if Roman Reigns somehow gets into that chamber, whoops on Brock Lesnar again so he could get pinned and then walks away laughing again? Would that be something? Because the Usos can't do it. The Usos a bunch of scrubs, man. They can't handle Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns is going to do the job. I think that would be an interesting point right there to avoid title for title. Or if he's greedy, if he's the bloodline like you say he is, he'll collect. He'll collect. But watch out for Seth Rollins. That's all I'm saying. Somewhere down the line, all this soap opera, everything is going to connect with one another. And that's what's best for business. This storyline is great. Focus on the storyline. Don't just jump in and just watch it for the action. You got to understand what's going on from your left into your right, from the middle to the back. That's all I'm saying. So I agree. Whatever it's going to take to light the fire on the Lesnar to capture that title. I'm already going for Brock Lesnar to win it all, to be honest with you. I mean, he pissed off. But sometimes when you're really upset, you lose that focus. But I don't think Brock Lesnar is that type of guy. I'm just saying. Hey, coming up on next week and the following week, I have an interview this week, and it will be broadcasted next week with this superstar. We have Gabby Ortiz. She's an independent wrestler who had done some time with Northeast Wrestling, and she's been on AEW. So it's pretty fascinating. She will be on the show. I can't wait to interview her there. And also, I got the privilege to witness Ivelisse in action here in Waterbury, Connecticut, as she went on and lost the match to how about a squeeze it in there, freestyle and everything. But I just lost the words right now. Ha! Oh my God. Who did I say that she lose to? She is a former NXT superstar, now in AEW. Mercedes. That's right. Mercedes. So it was a great match. As a matter of fact, both of these two women were tag teams at a certain point in their careers. So they're definitely going to be on the show. And I can't wait. And hopefully Hector will return. So we interview them. It's going to be pretty awesome. We got more superstars coming in on the show. And this is what it's for, man. Strictly just entertainment. So please stay focused, or please continue to follow us here on the HHW Show podcast. Much more. And at the Elimination Chamber, we got WrestleMania. We got it all. We got it all. And coming up in the near future, we're going to tell you how these superstars got their names. How to get their names. Better yet, how to get the names of their signature moves. Pretty interesting. You done your research? I did. Maybe not the same results you're going to get, but I'm definitely going to talk about it, man, because it's hilarious. You're going to be rolling. So you want to get your popcorn for that one, all right? But hey, visit hhwshow.com. We're going to list of everything that all of our talks, and we want you to join us in these conversations, man. And you never know, we might invite you to the show. We're going to have this talk because it's always for the love of wrestling. On behalf of Hector and Frank, I hope you guys come back next week. I'm Ovi Muniz. Thank you for watching. And you know what my boy says? I will be ready for that. Absolutely. That's all I got. I can't wait for SmackDown. What about you? All right. Fair enough. Thank you for watching. It is the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show.
Turn it up, turn it up. 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 Turn it up, turn it up.